trapped in a highly unstable avalanche zone. Do you try and ski to safety or call for help at the top of your voice? Help! Before you decide, here's some snow science.
Avalanches can typically begin when there's a mechanical failure in the snowpack, and that happens when the force on it is much greater than its strength. That doesn't need to be very big. Just small changes in the surface pressure can just tip things over the edge.
You can't ski without putting pressure on the snow. But what about shouting for help? Help!
Noise also exerts pressure. Sound waves travel through the air by vibrating the molecules in it. The energy is passed from molecule to molecule like a Mexican wave. When these vibrating molecules hit something solid like snow, they put pressure on it. The question is that pressure enough to trigger an avalanche?
Well, let's find out. We've come here to meet a man who can help dig us out of this dilemma.
My name's Richard Jackett. I'm a senior research scientist at the National Physical Laboratory. This strange-looking room is known as an anechoic chamber. It's one of the quietest places on Earth. These fiberglass wedges on the wall absorb and dissipate all of the sound in the room. And what we're left with is somewhere that is incredibly, incredibly quiet.
And if you don't believe Richard, just listen. Exactly. It's been calculated that you need to create a sound louder than 140 decibels to trigger an avalanche. But can the human voice generate this much sound pressure? Well, Richard's going to help us find out.
We've set up this microphone to capture the sound pressure level. It's a specialist measurement microphone, pretty much the most accurate microphone you can buy. We've connected the measurement microphone through the laptop and hooked it up to the screen, and that's going to display what kind of levels we're achieving in decibels.
Meet Nick, an average man with an average voice. Can he hit the magic 140 decibel mark and trigger an avalanche? Take it away, Nick.
Help!
Come on, Nick, put some effort in.
Help!
Nick, fail.
So, our guy got into the high 90s. That's a really good effort, but it's nowhere near 140 decibels.
No matter how many times he tries, average man Nick just can't get into 3 figures.
We're still struggling to create these really high sound pressures, so it's time to bring in the secret weapon.
To generate maximum human voice volume, we've enlisted the help of Tara, a professional opera singer who's professionally loud. Can Tara produce enough pressure to cause an avalanche? Well, we're about to find out. Welcome back. Still to come, we've got killer whirlpools, man-eating lions, and exploding batteries. All of which are dying to take away your 9 lives. But right now we're asking, if you were caught in an avalanche zone, would you try and ski to safety or shout for help? We're testing if a human can generate the 140 decibels needed to trigger an avalanche. So far, our average man Nick has failed. Miserably. Now we're going to see if Tara, a super loud opera singer, can hit the 140 mark and trigger that avalanche.
Help! Help!
Well, that was pretty good. She hit 102 decibels, but it's still somewhere short of what we really need.
Even though 102 decibels is as loud as a passing truck, it's still nowhere near loud enough. Let's go back to our scientists for some sound analysis.
To trigger an avalanche, you need 140 plus. The human voice can get nowhere near these levels. Our voice boxes simply cannot produce such a sound.
In fact, you'd need to be as loud as a jet aircraft taking off to hit the 140 mark.
Sound is relatively harmless in an unstable avalanche zone. Just think about how loud a noise would need to be produced to have the same impact on the snow as a person on two skis. Ridiculous.
Yes, Hakeem's given this one away. Shout for help. Because skiing could be deadly.
It's relatively easy to set off an avalanche by skiing. Pressure from the skis can create fractures in the snowpack, which can result in layers of snow sliding down the mountain. 90% of all people who die from avalanches have triggered it themselves.
So if you chose to shout for help, you should be loud and proud. You've saved another life. But if you strapped on your skis, then you're dead and buried on this one. From the mountains to the beach, this is Dilemma 6.